Good morning. This has been a total mess up this morning. I literally just got up and it's just been going downhill fast. Good morning, Mr. Sadie. Good morning, Texas Val. Good morning, Javis. Um, just a second. I cannot hear Todd. Yeah, that would work good too, wouldn't it? Good morning,
Hey,
Silver Hair Stacker. How are you this morning?
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, finishing
Sound like
2024
you
with
got
a
still got your
bang.
croup.
Now I'm all right. I'm a lot better than I was a couple of weeks ago.
Roberta's off this morning, and we didn't have to get up, and I just laid there and I slept.
Aha, aha.
Yep, that's it. That's the only excuse. The alarm clock didn't go off, and I just lay there. And in the Facebook chat, Gwen, Bridget said, "You just got up." Yeah, honey, I'm old. I sleep in when I get a chance. You almost started working? Okay. Good morning, little Debbie. Good morning, Chastity.
Yeah, lag, we can't have that.
I know. Good morning, vintage memories. Mr. Sadie, I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, that's it. Jeez.
Valerie, Javis, Debbie, last day of 2024. Did all your hopes and dreams come true in 2024? Mm-hmm.
Nope, I didn't hit that 1.5 billion or 1.15 million, a billion.
Yeah, me either.
Just kind of disappointed about that.
Say if Sadie was any better, it'd be farting rainbows.
Like that pussycat.
Uh,
Oh, there you are. Sorry, Hank. We didn't have to get up this morning, and I just laid there and slept.
That's good because tonight you got to stay up all the way to midnight.
Psh, I don't know when the last time I stayed up till midnight was.
Watch the ball drop. Is everybody going to watch the ball drop?
Do they still do that?
Do my balls drop?
No, I said do
What are you asking here,
the
Tom?
one in New York.
Yeah, they still do that. You kidding? Of course, it's not the same since Dick Clark passed away.
No, it hasn't. Yeah, Hank.
He's been gone about 10 years, hasn't he, or
Yeah.
more? 50s theme tonight at the party. Nobody remembers the 50s except me and Tom.
No, I was a baby. I don't remember the 50s. I was 3 at the in well when the 60s came about. I was 3, so I was a wee baby. Sorry. Uh, get woke up here now. Every time my wife calls my name,
uh,
oh Lord. So, how was business yesterday, Todd? Did you sell anything?
uh, Yesterday was poor, very poor.
Poor?
I sold 5 items for gross total of $81 after shipping. I will net about $30. It was bad. It's weird to sell 5 items that are worth so little, but there it is. Actually, I sold 6 items for that amount because one of them was an order of 2.
Oh, cool.
But anyway, it's out of here. It's not in my inventory anymore. Mm-hmm.
You do that, Jabez.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Is it a big one, Mr. Sadie, or easy to ship? So, what all you got on your agenda today?
Same old here. Not much.
We are, after I get finished with this, we're going. Oh, you beat Todd yesterday. Nana nana boo boo. Um, we're going down to my mom's house. Take her out for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And so we can be home by dark 30. I'm just don't like driving at night in I don't like driving at night on busy days like tonight will be in Charlotte. I guess I am just becoming an old man.
I saw on Facebook a guy selling, it's really vintage stage equipment. They got some lights and video recording equipment, but it's like, and video editing equipment, but it's like 30, 40 years old. I don't think anybody would want to buy it.
Well, people that's really into that, is he wanting a lot for it?
Probably.
Okay, well he's might have some problems there. No lag, we're going to the Rock Hill Diner, which is a real popular hot spot. If Rock Hill can have a hot spot, their food's supposed to be good. I haven't eaten there. My mother has, my sister-in-law and brother have. Well, then take the rest of the day off, Chastity. No. The nearest casino to here is probably hour and a half away. And it sits right on I-85. It's on Cherry Road. It's at the I-77 at Cherry Road. Jabez. I was trying to think of what was across the street from it, but I haven't been down there, so I don't know what the hell's across the street from it. It's over there by the K where the Kmart used to be. The Kmart. That's where you do it in the South. It's you put the in front of everything. The Walmart. The bitch down the street. Good morning, Mike. I thought you lived in Florida, but you moved back to Maryland or someplace, didn't you? Ah, okay. Javis, a friend of my dad has pictures of Cherry Road when it was a dirt road. and there was nothing out there. No, I had to give him the day off today. He's taking the Bentley and taking his wife out tonight. Todd.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
watched the I watched the latest episode of Landman last night.
I don't know it.
Okay, well it's set down in Midland. I think it's Midland, Texas, where all the oil wells are, and apparently it's near the border. That ring a bell? Anyway, you good old boys down there, uh, y'all just y'all just a rough and tough group of people down there. You have postcards from Winthrop in 1915. I was probably still at Winthrop Day School by then. Rock Hill had a private school that was run by the university, Winthrop University, was Winthrop College, when it was a girls' teaching college. So the teachers would practice on the kids inside their school, which it was all like early education type stuff. But no, 1915, I wasn't born. My mother wasn't born in 1915. Cool, Mr. Sadie. They drove home. That's a long drive. God, I want something to eat. Are they going back to North Carolina once they get finished with the holidays? Yeah, we had a we had a civics class when I was in the seventh grade, and we went over there and did a quick tour of the university. You know, went through some of the really well, they weren't that old then, but they are really old now buildings. And I have a cousin that was going a much older cousin that was going to school there, and them girls were wild. I'm serious, wild. Which this would have been in the 70s.
Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah, yeah, they would sneak. Boy, it was an all girls school. Boys were not even allowed on campus after. I mean, not inside the dorm buildings after 6 o'clock. I think it was. If they had a date, their date could bring them inside the lobby of the building, and then they had to leave. Oh, your great grandson, Pawpaw, or you a peepaw. I tell my kids when people ask me what I want to be called when I'm a grandfather, I tell them Fred. I don't want any of these weird names. Just call me Fred. That'll get by. Yeah, it was. And the boys were only day students. It was 1980, 70. Let's see, I graduated in 76. So about 75, 76 is when they started letting boys board on at Winthrop. Paw. I hear you. Todd's probably like me. He probably won't doesn't really care what they call him because he probably won't be around when by the time he finally has grandchildren.
I
I'll
don't
be so
know.
I'll
David
be
and Chan were kind of talking. Maybe we'll think about a baby soon. And I'm like, yes. Like,
one of the girls I went to high school with. She was a nurse, and she was the nurse at a prestigious boys boarding school up in the Northeast, and she she just said them boys were really screwed up in the head. So she always said she'd never send her kids to boarding schools. After having 600 boys around her all the time, I couldn't figure out why she wanted to have kids anyway because she'd probably had enough.
Sadie can't bury me yet. I'm still getting Social Security.
Yeah, Gwen will get it though.
I got my notification of the COLA cost of living adjustment increase from Social Security yesterday. Ba bam.
You getting 2,500 a month now?
It says your Social Security benefit will increase by 2.5% in January 2025 because of the rise in the cost of living. Yeehaw! So, after adjustments,
Yeah.
my monthly benefit is going to be $470 a month.
No, that's because you don't. That's because you have the teacher's pension too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And because I paid in so little to Social Security.
Right.
And they take out $185 for Medicare, which leaves me with a grand total monthly take home spendable income. Well, not spendable, it's going to be taxed. Taxable income of $285 a month.
Um.
That's not enough to live on.
Well, they're going to make it tax free. So
Would that be enough to cover? I mean, if all you ate was ramen, would $285 keep you alive a month? If you ate beans and ramen and
good
day
morning.
old day old bread and all sorts of stuff like that, would $285 be enough for food?
I can make it
No,
work.
cat food's gotten expensive,
Yeah,
James.
it is.
Cat food's as expensive as people food.
Yeah.
Maybe if you bought ramen in bulk.
I don't know what you want to do about the rest of your bills, but you know, I could make it work and eat fairly decent. I'd have a 50-pound bag of rice and 50-pound bag of beans sitting in my. Good morning, Ping. Sitting in my kitchen. About 12 cans of spam, and I had
How
to.
much is spam? Let me
Spam's about 385 now, I think.
look on Amazon here. SPAM. 448.
398 at Walmart. 448. Oh, that's the hot and spicy one. Oh, you can buy a 12 pack of spam for 34. $34.59 from Amazon.
There you go. Yeah, you could get a can of Spam and 100 pounds of beans and rice. Okay. Yeah, you could live.
And you could, you buy you some seeds and you plant your tomato plant, and maybe a hill of squash and some cukes. You could survive, but and after some time you could survive very well. I think once you got all the basics taken care of.
Maybe get a bag of flour.
Yeah, go
Get
to
a You can get a 5 gallon bucket of all-purpose flour for fif- for 51 bucks, $52.
there's the challenge. Take $250 and buy enough groceries to last you the month.
So you
Uh,
could get 50 pounds each of flour, rice, and beans, and 7 cans of Spam, and then your money would be gone.
yeah, but the next month you would still have rice and beans left over from your previous month, so you could buy Bisquick, which all you got to do is add water to. You know, like I said, it'd be a challenge. Um, all this talk of spam, and then this hasn't said anything. She must be sleeping in too.
So
I didn't think about it till it was too late, but I was going to give my nephews and nieces
you
a
need
like
some.
1 pound bag of rice, a 1 pound bag of pinto beans, and a can of. Oh, hey, Nissa. Good morning. Um, a can of spam. That's what I was going to give them, and I didn't think about it. Put it in a little brown lunch bag from grade school, and put a bow on it and say Merry Christmas. I can feed you for a few nights. You,
You need some vegetables in there too. Let's see here. If you bought some dehydrated vegetables, you could uh get a 15 pack of Harmony House for $60. But that's predicated on if you've got Amazon Prime.
yeah.
So once a year you got to pay for Prime.
Um, yeah, and this is her husband. Her husband, what is it, Chad? Isn't that her husband's name? Is over there fanning her, keeping her from falling out. Mr. Sadie says they spend $80 a month on milk and bread. Um, Speaking of milk and bread, they're talking like we could have snow next week, Jabus. Roberta was saying that she saw it somewhere.
So on freeze dried food, do you just start a pot of water and just dump it in there on top of it?
Yeah, basically.
Let it boil for a little while?
Yeah.
Freeze dried cheese. Oh boy, I bet that'd be good warmed up.
We've got some freeze dried stuff in our pantry. Now I need a biscuit. God, I'd like to have a biscuit right now. A big old cat head biscuit. You know what that is? You Yankees and you Californians, a cat head biscuit. It's a biscuit the size of a cat's head. So it'd be about that big around. That you could. My grandmother used to make them that big. That you could put a fried egg in it and a couple pieces of bacon and a piece of cheese, and you could make a hell of a sandwich.
Hey, look, Ping's getting free turkeys.
Yeah, I was just looking. I don't see it. I don't know what she looked at like. What she was looking at. Powdered eggs. Yeah, we have a case. We have a big old like. I don't know how big it is. It's a big canister, about that big, about a coffee can size of powdered eggs. What's January the 9th?
A 10-pound turkey is not a very big turkey. That's only like,
Oh, Jimmy Carter's funeral.
yeah, that's kind of sad. I don't think any president has ever been as caring. I mean, forget what you think about his politics. He was just, oh, cha-ching.
He was a terrible president, but I think he was honestly a good man. Jimmy Carter, he's a president lag. He was right before Reagan. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I watched Biden do an 8-minute teleprompted speech. I watched that. And he even did a few questions at the end, and he didn't look. He had some canned answers. They didn't ask. I don't think anybody was allowed to ask him a hard question. But
They still have a Bantam chef in Chesney, Jabus. I don't know if y'all had Bantam chefs where y'all lived at, but they were like
yeah, didn't.
the waffle, the Waffle House of the fast food burger places. Most of them had it was walk up. You could get a dozen hamburgers for $2.
Wasn't Jimmy Carter in with Habitat for Humanity
Yes,
stuff?
he was.
Is
Until
that the
he,
organization he was doing
yeah,
his building? He was still swinging a hammer when he was 90 years old.
yeah. Lag. Mr. Biden has nothing to do with that. It's everybody's running scared from Mr. Trump. There's one in Union. Damn, you people get out all over those little small towns. I really feel like I'm a failure now.
Now, are they just giving people houses for free? Is that the deal, or is it they're expected to pay some?
You're expected to help build it. And other than that, I think it's free. I'm not sure.
Is the land donated, or I wonder? There's probably lots of hoops to jump through to get to use one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good program if nobody, I mean, if the person doesn't have a criminal record big, or if they pay low interest mortgages.
Okay.
Hmm.
Habitat for Humanity houses are not free, but they are affordable.
And they're like cookie cutter, like two bedroom houses and such.
It depends. I've seen 3-bed ones too. Homeowners pay affordable mortgage. Homeowners receive a zero interest loan and pay an affordable mortgage. Mortgage payments go back into Habitat's mission to help others. Homeowners must complete a financial education course to prepare them to manage their finances and mortgage. Homeowners invest sweat equity. Homeowners invest hundreds of hours of their own labor. I wonder if there. I wonder if there is a limitation on when you can sell it. Because um, you grew up in Union, Chastity. Union is out in the middle of nowhere. Oh God, it's a nice little community. It's a nice little city, but they are in the middle of nowhere. So that was our little walk down memory lane. 15 to 20
Memories
years.
like the corners of my mind.
How is your
Misty
Warner Brothers
white.
stock up? 158%. They haven't had a decent movie in years.
It doesn't matter if you buy them low.
Did you go to Union? Well, you went to Union High School, correct? The stock crashed, so I got it. Uh, I just can't get into this. And I'm probably losing lots of realized income off of it, but I just can't get into the stock market. I mean, I can get into it. I just don't. Cole, did you just mess up my mic? Talk to me, Todd.
What?
Okay, it's still working. Um,
I'm looking at stocks, sorry.
you know, somebody's getting paid $10 million. Let's say $10 million a year to run a company, and it it's going bad as we speak. I think I think a CEO should get. Okay, we'll give them 2 times, 3 times the average salary of the employee, and then if it does good, then they get a big old fat bonus. Hey, bargain shopping. How are you today, Carol? See, they don't pronounce their R's up there. They're auras. So is she Cal? Your Disney stock is up 30% too? Well, it had nowhere to go but up. Otherwise, it'd be in bankruptcy. So, the title of this show was Make It a Happy and Prosperous New Year. What do you, um, what are you going to do to make 2025 a happy and prosperous new year?
Gonna go on a cruise.
Yeah, you getting ready to go on one. What was,
We'll probably get a new puppy fairly soon. Gwen's all like, I need a new puppy to mother, and I'm like, oh no, here we go again.
you need to call your son and say, y'all need to get on with the children, the child.
Yeah, that's my goal lag. I need to increase my death pile 75%. Yeah, me too, Carol. I stepped on the scales and it said, ouch. Um, Not a bulldog. We like those Boston Terriers. They're pretty dang cool. Except for the noises they make. They're great dogs.
Roberta would like to have a corgi because they're so cute.
Mm,
And they have fuzzy butts. That's a
my
quote from her.
my boy has a corgi. We're gonna we're gonna babysit. They're gonna go on a. My boy and his wife are gonna go on a. Uh, 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 oh,
Cruise.
like a cosplay cruise.
Oh, cool. That sounds cool.
A
I I love
corgi
watch.
black lab mix. Now that'd be an interesting dog. The friendliest dog in the world with a big butt.
My mother-in-law's got a pit bull that she got from an abusive household, and Molly is a sweetie. She's huge, and she is the sweetest thing. And I have laid down and to take a nap on their sofa, and woke up, and Molly has eased herself up on that couch beside me, and laid down beside me, and I didn't even know it. What wakes me up is her snoring. See, but I have a friend that is a boxer fanatic, Anissa, and when we started talking about getting a pet, he's like, "You got to have a boxer. I'll give you a boxer. I'll buy a boxer for you."
These corgi black lab mixes. They look weird because they still got the short legs, but
Corgis
they're
are just
cute,
cute.
cute dogs.
Do they do the cosplay themselves, or they just go to spectate?
Um, yeah, one day is like a cosplay, and one day is like all the they book some guest stars from like
Anime and whatnot.
anime and science fiction type stars. But they're never the major stars. They're like,
Supporting cast.
yeah, they're like, I was on Star Trek in 1988, that type.
Yeah.
I wore the red uniform, so I got killed in season 12, that type of.
It's yeah, I'd been to Star Trek conventions, and there would be
Major Win, Perky in the house.
good morning. There would be like the supporting characters. I mean, there was a lot of. I mean, I've met William Shatner a couple of times.
I
You
saw
know,
him on American Pickers. He's pretty funny guy.
yeah, he's a real nice guy. No, we don't do any James, you really, son, need some therapy about that pineapple cruises. We don't do that kind of stuff. That's nasty. And nasty people do that. And if I just offended anybody, I'm sorry. That's just nasty.
No, Jabez, Tom's gonna have a reseller cruise.
Yeah, I want. I'm just been letting it sit on the back burner until after the first of the year. But I want y'all to start thinking about that sometime in August, because my travel agent keeps saying, "What's the word?" Um, I think it would be a lot of fun. Might only do it once because we're so sick of each other, but I think it would be fun. Especially get Mr. Sadie and Todd some beverages in them. Watch Mr. Sadie get out there doing the boot scoot and boogie. Thunderbird is the word.
Thunderbird.
Oh god, do they even still make that? When in doubt, Google it. God. The first thing is Thunderbird wine still being made? Afraid not. After all the great burn wines have suddenly gone away, including Thunderbird. I'm going to feed you in just a minute.
They
I got a
still
plate.
they still sell Ripple.
Um, do they still make Boone's Farm? Yeah, they still make Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill, 750 milliliter bottle, $4.99 in stock. ABC Packaging in Athens.
Remember Ripple wine? That was Fred Sanford's favorite.
Yeah. What does Boone's Farm taste like? It tastes like cherry pop. Oh, it tastes like cherry pop tart filling, and is nearly as thick. Strawberry Hill, the sneaky bastard, looks inoffensively pale pink and smells mild enough, but
Yeah, if
uh,
Mr. Sadie and I danced, we would break. We would. They call it break dancing because bones would crack.
hang on. I was reading the thing about Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill. It says the sneaky bastard looks inoffensively pale pink and smells mild enough, but it tastes overwhelmingly like of Welch's strawberry soda with a sleazy little edge that whispers, "Dude, don't worry. 16 is legal in this state." I don't remember hearing that whispering when I was a teenager because we would one of our, because 18 was the legal drinking age for beer and wine when I was a teenager. And one of our friends had an older brother would go out and buy. He'd get us a couple of bottles of Boone's Farm. That's sad, isn't it? Mad Dog 2020. God. Here, you know what I'm gonna do to make it a happy and great New Year? I'm gonna put up a set of frickin' doors right there, so I can close the doors off and not be bothered by people that I love or felines that I love. Cause God, they're
Well, they still make him Mad Dog 2020.
mm, mm.
Isn't that wine with like some vodka thrown in it also to make it more stout?
So if anybody ever runs across a bottle of Thunderbird that has not been opened at a yard sale, not a yard sale, at an estate sale, grab it up. Don't drink it, but grab it up. Mr. Sadie probably could use it after all these years. He probably could use it as a engine degreaser for diesel engines. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Richard's Triple Peach.
A friend of mine calls his daughter Dog because he said she was after she came after a couple of bottles of Mad Dog 2020. Yeah,
Sadie.
I don't remember that.
Sadie showed me a picture of his fridge, but they're all soft drinks. What the heck? Where's the beer?
Are you ready? You having a cookout tonight, Mr. Sadie? Let's see. If we left now, we could swing by, pick up Todd in Texas, and head to Missouri.
Yeah.
I bet Mr. Sadie throws a good party. Especially after he goes down and gets him a jug of that daggum Missouri stump water. Oh, you like Pepsi, Carol?
Going to a 50s party way after your time, Tom.
Way before my time. I don't mind you. I don't mind you giving me a hard time about being old, but let's get it in the right perspective. Yeah, that's one of the things for this year is not drink so much soda. Get back to making tea because I can cut the sugar back to the level you can just taste the sweetness. You can taste the sweetness, but you're not getting like most places. If you go to a restaurant in the Carolinas or Georgia, it's like they add 2 cups of sugar to 1 gallon of iced tea. Good morning, Roman. You know what, Mr. Sadie could have get him a box of nabs and a couple packets of strawberry Kool-Aid or cherry Kool-Aid, and he could have a party. And that's what it takes. It takes good people. I have so many resolutions, which means 2020 was a big miss. You use stevia? I think that's what we use too, but I don't use a lot of it. What say you? mistress of all the knowledge of health and well-being. What's your take on stevia?
I use it every morning. Every cup of coffee, I get a little pouch of it's stevia, but it's what do they call it? It's got a different name.
Yeah, there's like three or four of them. Oh yeah, I've had something like that. It's like, give me a bunch of ice and a little bit of tea, so the ice will dilute it. My uncle and my dad made some grape wine. I mean, they picked the grapes off of vines running wild in the woods. The grapes were running wild, not my dad and my uncle. Um,
Wow. Ripple wine bottle sells for $150.
he that sucker was so thick you cut it with Sprite. I mean, it just kind of glooped out of the bottle. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm sure that's probably not the best thing. Uh, we've got some friends, and he's married to a British girl, and her family had never drank sweet tea, and they came until they came over here on holiday, and now they like everybody in their neighborhood back in the UK. They got any tea made?
Happy New Year, Harry.
Good morning, Harry. Um, no, no. I bet Scott. You know, Scott worked so long in the fast food industry. I'm sure he's got all kinds of stories. Pizza Hut, or as we used to say when I was in high school, let's go down to the slut and get us some pie. My favorite pizza when I was growing up, though, was Grandfather's Pizza. No, Godfather's Pizza. They had a special that was like, they advertised it as like 5 pounds of toppings. God, that was a good. Get a large. Three of my buddies and I could go in and eat that thing by ourselves with a little bit of salad on the side. Does anybody remember Godfather's Pizza?
Sadie.
What did he say? I was looking.
Oh, he sent me a picture. He's got a bottle of Zumiri and a pack of Swisher Sweet cigars. That looks like a bellyache fixing to happen.
I tell you what, he that is styling and profiling there.
Uh,
You remember when Pizza Hut was fine dining?
I still like Pizza Hut pizza.
Yeah, I do too. It's okay. I like Jet's pizza though. I don't know if you. It's a Yankee, excuse me, a Northern chain. But Roberta says you don't. She says you don't eat pizza. You eat crackers. Because I like thin crust with like the buffalo chicken on top of it, which is basically a cracker with some chicken and hot sauce on top of it. I'm not too much of a pizza eater anymore.
I got some of those Totino's party pizza out of the freezer section.
Right.
They had them on for $1 a piece. And I remember why I don't like them.
No, I don't. I don't like all that dough, Javis. Um, you talking about the red plastic ones? Tactical, and then they had green ones for water.
How about the stuffed crust pizza? Is that better? Or is that just too much cheese?
No, I don't really like pizza anymore. So I, that's the reason I like the thin crust is because I can have it delivered with Roberta's stuff and call it a day.
Uh,
There's no Pizza Hut in Ohio. They look. Oh, there is a Pizza Hut in Ohio. They just remodeled it to 80s authentic. Pretty
Sadie,
cool.
Sadie, you may not make it to midnight before you pass out.
I love you, man.
Uh,
You like Domino's? I remember when Domino's was the only pizza place that delivered. And one time in my life, I used to say, if Domino's doesn't deliver, I'm too far out into the country. Now I say, if Domino's does deliver, I'm not far enough out. Worked at a Pizza Hut for a very short time, about 25 years back. I never worked in a fast food place because I'd have probably had some kind of asshole manager like Scott. But we did in my later years when I was working for my dad's company. We did do some work for a guy that his family owned five or six not Bojangles, Burger Kings up here, and it was man the crap that he would tell us about. We'd be in a meeting discussing a new site, and he'd get a phone call, and he would have to jump in his car and go to the damn one of the restaurants because they this the shift manager and one of the counter people were fighting stuff like that. I mean, well, that's Rock Hill anyway. No, if what I mean, Jabez, is if they can deliver to my house, I'm not far enough out in the boondocks. Matter of fact, it'd be satisfied me this day and time if you had to take a helicopter to my house. That would be the only way. That would be okay too. Lag. Legos pizza is the best. It, you know, uh, oh god, that's a real Legos pizza. Uh, some friends of ours decided we were going to make our own pizzas like we wanted on one night, and so we made
Yep.
two. Hey Gwen, we
Tom said,
made
"Hey, Gwen." Tom may
uh,
be old, but he's got ears like a bat.
no, it's her sweet voice, just
Her,
cuts through everything.
her sweet voice cuts through everything.
Um, we spent $100 making two damn pizzas because we had. I mean, if I'm going to eat pizza, I really would like to have it with everything on it, no fish, but everything else. Uh, and time you buy all that stuff, you run up some money.
I like meat lovers or supreme
Um,
because at least Pizza Hut puts enough toppings on. A lot of pizza places they don't, kind of skimpy on the toppings.
yeah. All right. If you're leaving, Jabez, have a great day. Have a happy New Year. See you on Thursday. I'll try to be punctual by then. Uh, I would like. I keep looking at like at Goodwill and wanting for a bread maker, but they never have them. Um, God, I'd like to have some good gravy biscuits right now, or biscuits and gravy. That would be so good. You just like plain cheese? What are you, six? Biscuits and gravy. Mm.
Hey, you gotta have some pepperoni and you gotta have some Italian
Sausage
sausage.
and hamburger and you know uh, onions and peppers and
Direct TV. What do you want to talk to me about?
it's probably somebody wanting to talk to you about your social security.
Direct TV wants to talk to me about my social security.
Yeah, because we have people call here all the time wanting, it's like um, City Chevrolet, and it'll be somebody wanting to talk to me about my Medicare. Biscuits and gravy and some really fried bacon. That's a throw some scrambled eggs in there too. That's a breakfast made for kings. And now I am so damn hungry. Uh, I just I ate pizza when I was a kid, a teenager, but I really don't. That's not my go-to now. I want to go someplace where uh, I want to go someplace where they sit me at a table and a motisa comes over and says, "Sir, would you like your tea glass filled?" I guess that's the reason I'm a Cracker Barrel fan. Jim's a ass major on some things. I know he's being funny, but he's offensive. Even though I've talked about them before. There's a show called Jolly, and they have these high schoolers on. They're British high schoolers, and they're eating uh, American food snacks. And they one episode they do biscuits and gravy, and these boys are freaking out because biscuits to them are cookies to us, and to them gravy was like beef gravy you're going to put on your mashed potatoes. But they all liked it. They all liked the biscuits by themselves too. They said this is cake. Business biscuits and gravy are the food of gods. Let me tell you what, Major Win. If the South ever rises again, we will be victorious because we have the largest nuclear missile warehouse in the world in South Carolina. And I will be playing my South Carolina card because that's where I was born at. You never had what, Lag?
Yes. Okay.
You never had biscuits and bread? Yeah, yeah, well, you're a sad little man. Or if you're the 43-year-old mother of three, you need to get in the damn kitchen to make some biscuits. And I'm not talking about opening up a can of biscuits, homemade biscuits. And not opening up any of that great store bought gravy. You got to get in there and fry some bacon and get your flour out and make that gravy. Like you're in Maryland, or are you on holiday in Canada? So back to business before we throw this show to the wind, and I go find me some biscuits and gravy to eat, or some food to eat. Period. I'm starving, which I look like I could go without eating for a few. Marlin, yeah. Um, what is one of the first things you're going to do to implement a new good year for you in 2025 as far as reselling goes? I personally am going to list. 2024 has been a bad year for listing for me. So I either am going to list more or I'm going to open up Tom's Tavern because I can make a hell of a lot more money and a lot more fun. Find me some of them girls, and this don't sound sexist. That when their little shirt says Tom's Tavern, it's not Tom's Tavern. It's Tom's Tavern all around it. Good morning, Swamp. Glad you called us right before we left. I overslept this morning. Todd didn't wake me up. He's supposed to call and woke me up.
I don't want to see that visual of you waking up. Yuck. Uh,
I know.
that would be that would be like
Yeah.
uh
I you know
uh.
I should we have to be better to Roberta just because she has to wake up beside me every morning.
No more unlisted death pile in 2025. Me either, John. I'm not gonna have any. Uh,
Um, no, Scott and Todd are the couple, not me.
okay.
I'm the third wheel lag. So
Yeah,
anyhow,
we just bring Tom in for a threesome once in a while.
yeah, that's right. Uh, oh, that's nasty in so many ways. We use your eBay. Oh yeah, use your coupon if you haven't used it. use guys.
Hank, mercy.
Yeah, that's just you never hear what these old. That's what you get when you listen to old men. You get life's experiences and a bunch of BS. So anyway, Todd, what are you going to do to make 2025 a better year? I
Told you I'm
start.
going on a cruise, and then I'm not going to have any death pile, and I'm going to do every honeydew that Gwen has that I didn't get done in 2024. Um, what else? Gonna get a new puppy probably sometime pretty soon. Maybe after the cruise. What else is going on? Sure do miss that Jenny dog. Dang it.
Yeah, when Scott will fall off the face of the earth when I want to say Felicity. That's not her name. His puppy that he's had for so many years, the little girl. We'll all probably have to fly to Alabama for the funeral because it'd probably be a big old grand affair for that one. Um, Chastity, your print on demand is that books or is that like T-shirts and that kind of thing? Yeah. All right, Glenn. You have a great New Year. Stay out of trouble because you are in the sin state of the United States. And he's in Louisiana. Is he Louisiana or Mississippi? He's in Louisiana, isn't he?
Yep, pretty
That's what I
close to
thought.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge. Um, you are just. I'm just saying because I am not artistic at all. You've seen some of the shirts I wear, the cruising shirts. Throw you a line of cruising shirts up if you can come up with some good stuff. You can use the same phrases, just make the graphics different. Because if I don't have the computer skills for something like that, and I'm just not artistic enough. Lex LinkedIn says he's a seasoned cart and bag staff member at Shoregate Golf. Okay. So anyway, what time is it? Dang, it's 10:30. Okay, I gave y'all 15 more minutes of my all this goodness. Damn, my hair is.
I
You can
thought I,
tell
was, I thought I saw lag on Caddyshack.
yeah. Uncle Beard. Watch out, Scott. He starts using words like Uncle Beard. He don't expect you to go in the wheel.
Lag's lag's that one that touches the wires from the cart charger on his tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Make sure the unit is turned on.
No. Like it. Have you ever watched? Is it down Periscope, up Periscope? Where they're revitalizing like a World War II diesel submarine, and the guy that's the electrician, he's always like licking his fingers and grabbing two wires to make the connection. the electrical connection. It's funny. Okay, it seems like people have already started having the the New Year's elixir right now. So I've got to go get ready to go to my mom's house, take her out for lunch. Then I'm going to come back. That cost extra. uh, I'm going to come back and sit on my butt. I'm not even going to turn on my computer game today. My back, I got up with my back hurting this morning. That's happens when you're old. That's my main thing is I'm going to be walking on that damn treadmill about an hour a day. I've got to get rid of this weight. No excuses. I mean, I really, I mean, I've lost a couple of pounds since I said I was going to start cutting back on what I eat, but getting ready to get aggressive. Get aggressive. Get aggressive. My farm game. Hey, I love my farm game now. Don't mess with me. I'm getting ready to start my winery up. I've got my grapes. I just got to build my winery now. Uh, um, thank you, Lag. Thank you, Hank. I was looking at Lag's your downtime. Good to go. So anyway, thank you all for coming in here, even though I was late. Todd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're back to cosplay now. Uh, thanks for coming in here with me. Scott, I'm assuming you're going to be hung over in the morning and won't be doing a morning show tomorrow. Are you going to Are you going to start your morning show back up after the first of the year, or are you going to just let it go to the side?
He doesn't plan anything. He just either does it or doesn't it.
If not, I want some of the chicks to do a show. You know, Anissa and Hank and Bridget and
Oh,
Chastity.
he is going to do a live.
Who is?
Beard.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
If Bama loses, no show.
Are they playing tonight?
They
Or
said they
today?
were fixing to play in an hour and a half.
Oh. All right, guys. Have a great one. See you tomorrow if Scott has a show, and if not, we'll see you Thursday.
See you next year.
Yeah. Have a great year. We'll see you next year. Bye bye.